Okay, 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 okay. Okay. Wait. One moment. The stream does in fact exist, which is always a good sign. Okay. 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 Today we are doing more Ace Attorney. Even more Ace Attorney. Um, okay. One day I'll be able to start a stream and just immediately be ready, but that will never be today. Okay. We are continuing case 3. Maybe we'll finally finish it. It's only been 4 months. To be fair, I haven't been playing it at 4 months. To be fair, I have not been playing it consecutively for 4 months. I did take a break, but it has been long enough. And I also need to bring up the gameplay. There we go. I don't know why my OBS thinks it's fun to not show me the very important window. Once again, starting off strong by bullying Von Karma. Okay, so it's this one. Yes. Okay. That's right, we're investigating. Ooh, there's a lot to touch. Okay, we have 3 people to talk to, or 3 named characters to talk to. Oh, we also, wow, we got a lot of people to talk to and a lot of things to touch. Let's start with T. Miss Bound's tea set is laid out neatly on the serving cart. The pamphlet says the gallery is famous for its tea. Understandably so. The cups we were given were delicious. Looks like all this looks like all the stuff was designed by Mr. Frost. No, dude, the bit is not dragging on. Keep going. It's hilarious. The Von Karma bullying is always funny. Interesting. In that case, I think we better take a closer look. Okay, let's touch the horrendous teacups. I hate them in every conceivable way. How do you... Like, you would never be able to get that fully clean, I don't think. I don't think you could ever fully clean the teapot either. These are water-only dishware, and even that is, like, really, really stretching it. So, this dishware was made by Artie Frost. It looks very fancy, and very hard to clean. Oh, it is. I'm willing to bet that this set can fetch something in the thousands of dollars, especially considering the person who made it is dead. Yeah, no, the question of how do you drink from these cups, I think this part looks like it would be the most unstabby part to drink from, but that means you're holding the cup, like, in a very awkward way. These cups just don't work. So, let's try not to touch any of it, unless we absolutely have to. Whoa. This stuff is really worth that much? Stop it, Kay. I can see your eyes lighting up. Miss Bound must also really be a fan of Mr. Frost, like Miss Bound must really be a fan of Mr. Frost, like Fender said, to still have this. Or it's just a... Nope, I can't even justify it by being like, oh, it's just a nice tea set. Yeah, no, and then the points are still stabbing your cheeks. This cup doesn't work. The only thing I like about this tea set is that the plates have a little place to put the cup. That's cute. Everything else sucks. Teapot data jotted down in my organizer. Oh, that was it. Hey, Edgy! What is it? You be careful with that teapot, you hear? Why is Larry so concerned all of a sudden? Oh god, what voice was I doing for Judy? Wait, what voice was I doing for Judy? I don't remember. I have zero memory of voicing Judy. This is why you don't take multiple months off playing Ace Attorney, because you forget the voices. Judy has a French accent. Okay, I'll try something. We'll try to figure this out as we go. Oh, not guests. I can pour you a cup if you like. Miss Bound. Judy! I'm good. I'm good, thanks. No tea for me. You two knock yourselves out. Thank you for the offer. Yes, why not? A quick break wouldn't hurt. Yeah, but drinking out of that cup would. 2 cups, coming right up. Oh, I don't like the sound of tea being poured. Ugh. It sounded so goopy. Tea shouldn't sound goopy. Ugh. This smells great. No, don't act like... Okay, you're literally stabbing yourself in the face when you drink from those cups. I just watched you shank yourself with the cup. Wow, it tastes even better than it smells. What type of tea is this, Mr. Edgeworth? It's Celion, I believe. It's usually identifiable by its citrus aroma, but... Miss Bound, is this tea... I just can't read. Miss Bound, is this the same blend you served this morning? Why, yes. Is that alright? There isn't anything wrong with it, is there? Oh, no, not at all. It's just that the cup you gave me earlier had a slightly different aroma? I mean... I feel like if you steeped the tea for different amount of times, it could change the aroma. Maybe not, like, super detectively, but, like, for someone like Edgeworth who does really like tea, I guess you could pick up on that, but... Ceylon. I don't think I've ever had Ceylon tea. I should try it. I don't know if I've had many citrusy teas, actually. Honestly, my go-to is raspberry if I want something like fruity, and mint if I'm feeling minty. Von Karma would spontaneously combust in the sun. Really? That's odd. I used the exact same blend both times. I can't see what could account for the difference. Hey, what's the big idea? Quit being mean about Judy's tea, will you? I hate this sprite. Have I ever mentioned I hate this sprite? Because I hate this sprite. Why are his eyes like that? What has gotten under your skin, Larry? Nothing. You're just rude, that's all. You don't even try to call me by the right name. It's Laurice Donim. Dang it. You know what? I'm done. I'm not talking to you anymore. Well, that was childish, even for him. Wow. What happened there? Let's ask him about it later, shall we? Talking to Miss Bound is more of a priority right now. We may not have any evidence to prove that she's the culprit, but it does seem likely that the poison gas was her doing. Okay, let's look at the tea. Oh. I misread caddy as candy. A caddy containing Ceylon tea leaves. It's a well-crafted tin canister, designed to prevent moisture and sunlight from damaging its contents. Not a bad thing to use, considering the quality of the blend Miss Bound serves. Okay. The tablecloth draped over the cart is pure white and completely spotless. And it's just waiting for me to grab it by the edge and clear my... And it's just waiting for me to grab it by the edge, clear my mind, and whoosh! Okay, I cannot stress enough how bad of an idea that would be. You're so right. No, Edgeworth is so gay. He is just completely not picking up on Larry having a crush on Judy. And that is hilarious. I love Edgeworth. Aw, come on. What's the worst that can happen? Even if it does go all sideways, we'll just wind up with a cool tea-colored tie-dye. Yes, well, I'd rather it remain white. Plus, I don't think Miss Bound would appreciate us meddling with it. Really? But there's so many other colors that would totally work. Pink, sky blue, tea leaves brown. I love Kay. She is so silly. Okay, I think that is all. Yep. Okay, so we could talk to Eddie, we could talk to Judy. We could attempt to converse with Larry. We can talk to Miss Scone. No, the teapot is equally as weird as the tea set. 'Cause, like, so this is the spout. That's where you fill it. That's the handle. It's just... That would be the... Wait. No, you could barely... Hold on. Wait, how do I turn it so it's not diagonal anymore? I messed it up and now it's diagonal. No, that wouldn't hold... Because, like, that just wouldn't hold anything. It's not how teapots work. This is the worst designed teapot I've ever seen. God, I would have murdered Frost too, but that's just because he's bad at his job. The body's been taken back to the lab, sir. Autopsy's underway. And how's the rest of the fountain looking? Rather beautiful, actually, sir. The water's crystal clear and kind of soothing. Almost as if there wasn't a body floating in it not so long ago. Okay. Let's talk to this cop. Mr. DeBest, it's very clear that you're only allowed to investigate in this room. so I'm afraid I can't let you pass. Sorry, sir. It wouldn't make much of a difference if you did, officer. You're standing in front of a wall. Oh, but we all know a few bricks won't stop you, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, sir. Wow, he actually sounds kind of scared of you. Yeah, no, that teapot would hold, like, you'd be lucky to get a cup. No, the body being found in the fountain, I'm really hoping the game has a logical explanation for that. I'm sure it won't. But, like, how is it not waterlogged? How did it have zero decomposition? I'm fairly certain that bodies decompose faster in water. And like, again, even if you keep it in a freezer, it's been in there for what, 18 years? You're not gonna have much of a body after 18 years, regardless of where you keep it. Just, what kind of reputation do I have down at the precinct? Okay, well, why don't I just go through this door? Those are tulips by the door, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, it leads to the spring ring. Oh, spring. A popular time to move house. Which makes it open season for great thieves. Housebreaking is a little beneath the great thief, wouldn't you say? Yeah, I guess you're right. I think I should just open this door and go in this room. But whatever. Alright, hey Eddie. Hey there, Miles Roney. What's the situation with the investigation? Things are progressing. I think a fuller picture of what's happening is beginning to emerge. Good to hear. Guess I better step up my game too, then. Oh, I was like, oh, is that all the dialogue we get with Eddie? But no, the two incidents. Fairly certain the background music right now is in fact Eddie's theme. And I hate to admit, it's kind of a bop. But honestly, all the music in Ace Attorney is just a bop. Yeah, no, Edgeworth at least wants Kay to have standards. This case seems to have a lot in common with the incident from 18 years ago. Even down to the victim. And how? It's got a lot. Melting sculptures, in the Winter Wing, and even the murder victim's body. But how did no one ever figure out the body had gone missing? Frost had no family apart from his son. And well, the kid kind of vanished. Nobody's seen him since around the time of the incident. Gustav's son, too. Him and his best pal from school both just up and disappeared. I wonder if Gusto took both boys and went somewhere to protect them or something. It's really just seeming like Frost and Gusto were gay lovers. What? And they were never found? Gusto's boy wasn't? Not as far as I've heard, anyhow. Guess Frost Kid turned up in the end, though? He collected his inheritance at some point. But yeah, there's no family around. Just after the incident, Frost got no funeral. No nothing. So no need for the police to release the body, and no need for anybody to find out they didn't have it. They filed their fake autopsy report, and nobody was any the wiser. Well, almost nobody. I still can't believe Mr. Von Karma would have stooped so low. Edgeworth, baby. Edgeworth, you are aware of how much evidence Von Karma forged. Do not be shocked at this. Okay. Alright, let's talk to Judy. Where were you before you rejoined us here, Miss Bound? I had to go and tell our visitors we were closed. Oh, and hand out a little something in apology. Was there something you wanted to talk to me about? Yes, a few things actually. Not least of all, the fact that I think you might be the one who set the poison gas trap. Yeah, no, if a baby was the closest one to a murder victim, Von Karma would put the baby on trial. Alright, the poison gas incident. The original ice sculptures melted 18 years ago, correct? How did you manage to recreate them? Oh, you know about what happened back then? In that case, you might also know I took a picture of them during the contest. I commissioned the creation of a set of replicas based on those photographs for this current exhibit. But why go through the trouble of recreating replicas? Mr. Frost's Zodiac series was his greatest unfinished masterwork. I wanted to see it completed at last. Or rather, recompleted. It was my fault that the original set melted in the first place, after all. I see. And is there any particular reason why the winter and autumn wings look so similar? Oh my! You really think they look alike? Perhaps I used some of the decorations from one and the other by accident? She's clearly lying. But I don't have the evidence to prove it just yet. Okay. I'm gonna talk to Larry before I talk to Delicia. Remind me what voice I was doing for Delicia. Because I don't remember. I'm going to keep this simple, Larry. You're hiding something. So just tell me what it is. Whoa. Quit it with the glare off, you two. It's weird. Come on, Kay. You know me better than that. I wasn't staring. I was struck by an idea for a picture. Now, Edgy, he was glaring. Yes, and I'll keep glaring at you until you tell us what you're hiding. Quit it! I already told you. I'm not talking to you anymore. You're talking to me right now. I mean, from now on, I'm not talking to you ever again, starting now. This is getting me nowhere. I suppose I'll have to figure out what he's hiding first before I can get the whole truth out of him. Larry, what are you hiding? Come on, Larry. What are you hiding? Nothing. Look at you two. This is no time for kids' games. Well, I clearly wasn't playing. It's pretty clear Larry's isn't gonna talk to you. Oh, he'll talk. Don't you worry about that. I need to know what Larry is hiding. Perhaps something around here can give me a clue? I'd better take another look around the room. What if I just present Judy's... Oh, I can't? Teapot... No, I guess I don't have it yet. Okay. He's hiding crippling debt? Yeah, probably. Alright, let's talk to Delicia. Hello there, dearie. Still investigating away, are you? Found anything interesting? No, dearie. Well, nothing much anyways. Really, girl? It wasn't a dearie moment. It was more of a lambkin. Sweetheart is for when you're being sympathetic, of course. And treasure is for when they're in a tiff. Love is for people you're not that keen on, and petal is you. And petal you use when you're trying to get someone's attention. Wow. I didn't realize there were so many rules. Mr. Edgeworth, Petal, I hope you're getting all this down. Don't even try it, Kay. Oh, dearie me. Alright. Don't think you've gotten away with anything, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll be reporting your actions to the committee. Wait, what did I do? I didn't do anything. Do whatever you need to do, Judge Gabble. And we'll do the same. You are the self-styled great thief, correct? Mr. Edgeworth, association with such a character will be of interest to the committee too, of course. Gabble, she hasn't committed any crime ever. Look at Kay. Do you think she could commit crime? Do you think she's someone who could do crime? Go ahead and report me. You stupid Go ahead and report me to your stupid committee. I'll be the toast of the thieving community. Looks like Judge Gabble will have to think up some new threats if she wants to intimidate Kay. Okay, so we're missing something then. It's a sculpture of a brave warrior battling against a serpent. Did Paul Hequi make this one too, Mr. Edgeworth? He did. It seems he was fascinated by fantasy and mythology when he was a young man. This piece embodies the tragic yet girthy determination of the young as they face the impossible situation. It's called the math test. I mean, that's so fair. Math is the worst. Talk about relatable. Okay. It's a man with a moon-shaped head and a woman with a sun-shaped head. Man's got a real pained look in his eyes, though. Is this another Paul Hequi piece? Yes, from his younger years, when he was something of a dreamer. He depicted those closest to him by means of a motif taken from nature. This piece is titled My Parents. Guess the mom shone brightest in the household. Okay. Okay, let's look at this table, maybe? It's a selection of trophies won by Paul Hequi, or rather, Artie Frost. Okay, so this whole museum is like an Artie Frost appreciation museum. Evidently, he was a very well-respected artist. Well, you've got one too, Mr. Edgeworth. So it's about time I won one too. Guess I'll have to find some thieving contest to enter. Or you could set something up. Something with a nice ceremony at the end. All that. Yes, followed by a swift round of arrests. Nope, okay. Hey Kay. Hey Kay, what would you suggest I do? What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? Notice anything? Oh, I completely forgot to do logic, didn't I? Sometimes I forget logic is a game mechanic in this game. There's some kind of connection between our case and the IS-7 incident, isn't there, Mr. Edgeworth? It's still too early to say for sure, but I find it hard to believe there's no connection at all. And IS-7 was your dad's case, right? So this can't be a coincidence. It's gotta be fate. The truth is our taking, so let's grab it and solve both cases at once. I appreciate the sentiment. I think our first order of business should be to find out where the Normalium came from. Gotcha! The red liquid with a minty smell. Let's ask around and see if anybody has any clues to offer. Okay, let's see if we can do logic. I'm going to take a drink of water before we do logic, though. I don't think anything about Phoenix's parents is ever mentioned. I believe the most popular headcanon I've seen about them is that he didn't have them and he was like a foster child. But I don't think in-game wise we actually hear any like anything about his parents. At least not that I can remember. Alright, Normalium is a red liquid with a minty fragrance. The tea aroma is different from this morning. What changed? Well, I'm gonna suggest these two, but I really wish Edgeworth would tell us what changed about the aroma. Oh! There's no logical connection between those two things. Okay, well, I thought they might... I thought the Normalium could be making the tea taste different. Alright, let's ask Eddie about it, maybe? Hey, Eddie, can you tell me about the poison? Oh, I think I get it. So this is it, huh? The key to unraveling this whole mystery. Yes, perhaps. Great. You keep a hold of it then, yeah? Quick now, back in your pocket it goes. I guess he doesn't think much of it. Eddie, you don't think much of the poison gas incident? Sure. Okay. I have to be missing something. Have I checked the spot on the carpet, you know? I should maybe look at that, yeah. I will take a look. I completely... It registered there to me that there was a spot, but it didn't register in my brain that there was a spot. Why is there a lift cart just sitting here out in the open? Guess someone must have been moving something heavy? The top of the platform seems to be wet. You know, I got a funny feeling I've seen this thing somewhere before. You mean like 18 years ago? Yeah, it's all coming back to me now. I saw it in Frost's room. Oh yeah. He must have used it to move the ice sculptures all around. It's one of those fancy numbers where you can change not only the platform's height, but even its angle. If you had one of these, you can move a giant lump of ice around no sweat. Oh hey, alright. Lift cart data jotted down in my organizer. Oh, just think of the possibilities. I can really use one of these. Still doesn't explain what's doing here, though. Bit of a head scratcher, but we should give it a think, yeah? Indeed. After all, it just might have something to do with our case. Okay. Oh. Wait. There we go. From the color and aroma, I'd say this is a puddle of spilt tea. And look, there's a small chunk of ceramic in it. Oh. Huh. I guess somebody must have broke something. I know that insignia. And a certain high-strung somebody just might know a little something too. Larry, what did you do? Larry. Would you mind taking a look at this for me, Larry? Why would you show me that? Tell me, what is it about Miss Brown's tea set that got you so agitated? If you won't tell me, then perhaps you prefer to explain it to Judge Gavel. Wait, don't make me look bad in front of Verity. She thinks I'm sensible, cool, clean-cut guy. I want her to see the real me. The real, low-down, dirty me. I'm not sure anybody here thinks you're particularly clean cut, Larry. I don't like the sped up beeping in this song. But if you don't want her to think badly of you, the best thing you can do is talk to me. Alright. I'll talk. What are you hiding, Larry? Alright, Larry. Enough is enough. Now confess. Ugh. Is this any way to treat your best friend, Edgy? Is this any way for you to treat yours? By lying to him? Hiding things? I get the picture already, so stop glaring at me like that. I'll tell you everything, okay? The sped up beeping in the song is the worst thing ever. Earlier, I thought Verity might like a cup of tea, so I went to pour one for her. But I got distracted. My hand slipped and smash! I broke the teapot. A priceless work of art. It's in pieces because of me. No words exist to describe how far away I saw this coming. Ouch. You really messed up this time, Larice. See, Edgy? Everyone's gonna think less of me now. Judy's never gonna forgive me for this. Crying to me won't do you any good. I think you would need to apologize to Miss Bound. Larry, get off the floor. My teapot. I see. I'm sorry, Judy. I'm so sorry. I don't have any money, but I'll paint your portrait. I'll paint you 50 portraits. Please, Mr. Mr. Dunim, it's really me who should be apologizing. How could I have failed to notice that there were broken pieces of ceramics on the floor? Somebody could have been hurt. Here, let me make sure that's safely disposed of. The teapot in question was designed by Artie Frost, correct? I understand it was something you long treasured. You must be upset. Oh, I am. But of course, all things break eventually. And if luck would have it, I have another identical teapot. It's far from the end of the world. Is she less attached to Mr. Frost's work than she used to be? I can't believe this, Judy. You're the sweetest, kindest. This other teapot you're talking about. It's the one sitting on top of the cart right now, right? What do you mean? Yeah, so when I smashed the first one, I tried to hide these pieces in the bottom of the cart. That's when I saw the other pot under there. So I took it out and basically switched the two pots. Oh. Okay, so the pot... Okay, the revelation here is going to be that the, like, switched teapot is going to have been laced with, like, normalium or some shit, right? Oh, I see. Yep. And that's everything I have to tell you. I'll be extra careful not to break the other one. I promise. You have no shame whatsoever, do you? I'm sorry. It's really quite alright. Thank you for being so honest. See, Edgy? Isn't Judy the absolute best? I trust you won't take advantage of her kindness and will make amends somehow. Just remind me, how old is Judy? Okay, she's 34. How old is Larry? Wait, really? I guess that makes sense. Because she was a teen. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I don't know why I thought she was significantly younger. And Larry was significantly older. Huh. I had not realized she was, what, 34? She looks really good for 34. She looks like she's like 20. Sure will. Once I make it as an artist, I'm gonna give her one of my paintings. She was one of my models, after all. It's only fair. At this rate, I suspect he is likely to make more trouble than amends. Don't you think it would be better for you to keep out of her way for a very long while? Oh, well. I'll be keeping out of her way. Because I sketched her and the others already. Her and the others? Keen to see my work, huh? Yeah, I drew a few great sketches of some ravishing beauties. Wanna see? Interested in Larissa's ravishing beauties, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm afraid you've greatly misjudged Kay. I simply wish to see if Larry has captured any unusual details this time, too. Unusual details? Nothing's unusual about these. They're my best work yet. Really? Now I want to see them, too. Aw, you're the sweetest, Kay. Alright, let me take them out for you. Give me a sec, okay? I suppose we might as well take a look. Alright, let's see these ravishing beauties. Larry, show us your sketches. So, these sketches of yours. Seriously, Edgy? If you want to check out my art, you should have just said so from the get-go. Here, feast your eyes on this. Oh, wow, Larry, you're actually really good at art. What am I looking at here? I told you already! Ravishing beauties! Just a few of the fair faces that have caught my eye since I've been here, you know? There's Verity, and Judy, and, somebody else. Why did you draw them all on the same page? Because I don't know, I draw shit on the same page all the time, Kay. Step off. Well, I meant to draw the room at first, just something to pass the time. Then I saw one beauty, and another. Well, I just scribbled them all down as I went. Oh, so he started by drawing Miss Scone, and then then saw Judy and Verity around. So then what's Scone doing? So these were all drawn at different times. Huh? Yeah, I guess. I did one of you too, Kay. You're on a different page, though. Wow. You did? I'm flattered. Larry, let me remind you, she's 17. How true to life are these sketches? Did you only draw what you actually saw? Of course. You think I draw things I can't see? Like, using my imagination? Nope. They're 100% true to life, right down to the exact shade of each color. So, the colors are accurate. Interesting. As much as it pains me to admit, Larry may have provided me with a useful piece of evidence yet again. Oh, wait! Yeah, the serving card is blue. The serving card in the sketch, for example. If I compare it to the one here in the room, there's a clear contradiction between the two. I think a little deduction is in order. Could I borrow the page for a while, Larry? Sure thing. You want me to sign it for you, too? Just the page, please. Larry's sketch data jotted down in my organizer. I think Larry's voice is the most inconsistent voice I've done so far because, like, I want it to be kind of similar to the voice I'm doing for Eddie, but not too similar. So I'm running into a problem. Larry, could I ask you about your sketches? Hmm? Fascinated by the work of the great Maurice Noon? Huh? It's the composition, right? Not exactly. This light blue tablecloth. You painted that exactly as you saw it, correct? I already told you. Everything's exactly as I saw it. But the tablecloth on the card here in this room is white. Whoa. Your head's so full of crazy theories, the simple stuff just passes you right by, huh? What? What's that look for? Listen, just before I drew the sketch, I was in the middle of some business with the cart with the tea set on it, okay? What kind of business? Oh, wait, that's not a drift. Sorry. What kind of business? That's right. I was hiding the pieces of the teapot I smashed. Oh, wait. What kind of business? That's right. It was the hiding the pieces of the teapot I smashed kind. That's nothing to boast about. Give me one moment. My cat opened my door. Also, I'm going to take a drink of water. Anyway, I was still in the middle of cleaning it all up when Judy came out of the winter wing. I didn't want to get busted for breaking the pot, so I quickly dove out of sight. Real out of sight, Larry, real out of sight. Wait, Miss Bound came out of the winter wing? Yeah, and she was pushing a cart. A different one. That's the one with the light blue tablecloth on it that I drew. And what did she do with the second serving cart? Well, I saw her wheel it into the summer wing, but I don't know what happened to it after that. When she came back out, she was pushing one of those other carts. The kind that you can lift with stuff. Oh, I think the cart Judy was pushing is the same one as this, but she just took the tablecloth off. A lift cart? Yeah. So I called out to her, but she just ran off and left it behind. I wonder if there was a block of ice on it. Never had her down as the shy type, but it just goes to show you never know. Another serving cart. And a lift cart. Is there maybe another tea set too? We'd better check with Miss Bound. Cool. Let's logic out a bit first, because I think we got some new stuff. Oh, we just got... I'm gonna hold off on that for now, because I don't want to get in... I don't want to lose more points. The two carts. Are there two serving carts here at the gallery, by chance, Miss Bound? Oh, yes. Why do you ask? A certain so-called artist showed us a sketch. I couldn't help but notice the color of the tablecloth. It's light blue. Light blue? I'm afraid your friend must be mistaken. I only use white tablecloths freshly laundered and starched. Like the perfect wrinkle-free one, the cart here in the fountain room, right? Exactly. If I saw so much as a blemish, I would replace it right away. Could the color of the tablecloth in the sketch simply be a mistake on Larry's part? And this is the case we find out Larry is actually colorblind. Not sure what kind, because I don't think there's a color blindness that mistakes blue and white, and also he drew Verity wearing white, but he is colorblind in this specific instance. Do you have any idea what you might have been doing when the sketch was drawn? Let me see. I appear to be carrying out my usual duties. I'd like to ask you a little more about these duties, if I may. Your work. What do you do? What exactly were you doing when the sketch was drawn? Because, from what I can see, your cart doesn't have a tea set on it. I was delivering some chocolates to the investigating officers. Aw, I'm jealous. I love chocolate. There were a few left over, so here, for you both. I made them myself. I hope you like them. Wow. Thanks, Miss Bound. Well, why not? They're a little melted, but I suppose it's because they've been sitting around in her pocket. Apologies, I just muted to cough my lungs out, because I'm always sick. They're super sweet. I love them. I'm very glad to hear it. They may not be the prettiest, but I'm grateful for the energy boost nonetheless. Though, perhaps they could do with a little less sugar. Okay. I guess let's try logic. The tea smells different and the switched teapots? Hey! I suspect the difference in aroma we noticed is due to the teapots having been switched. You do? I can't see what else it could have been. The tea itself hadn't changed. Why don't we ask Miss Bound just to be sure? Excuse me. Apologies. Miss Bound, the difference in aroma we noticed, do you think it could have been because of the different teapot? I suppose so. My cup just now had a subtle minty scent. Rather like uva tea. Oh, I just remembered. I made some peppermint tea in that pot only yesterday. That must be where the minty aroma is coming from. Or it's coming from the normalium. Could that really be it? Hey, Judy. Why you putting normalium in the teapot? The tea from the teapot Larry switched and from under the cart smelled faintly of mint. Right. Miss Bounce said she used that pot to make peppermint tea yesterday. Yes, but there's something else that's been troubling me. Miss Bounce seemed more taken aback by the switching of the teapots than the breaking of one. You're right. You'd expect it to be the other way around. I suspect she might have been deliberately hiding the teapot underneath the cart. But why? One of Normalium's key characteristics is its minty fragrance. So what if she had been hiding something in that teapot? What? In the teapot? It's simply a possibility, but one worth investigating, I believe. Mr. the Best, any luck in finding that Normalium? um, oh, my people are searching the entire gallery, but they haven't found anything yet. And what about you? Don't tell me you know where it came from. I may have an idea. The sun returns! I knew it. If I can't find it, there's no chance useless... What? You do know where it came from? Yes. Where? A misbound teapot. Whoa. Nice piece. I like it. Yeah. This looks like a fitting prize for the natural-born best. It's not a prize. It's a vital piece of evidence. Oh. It's just evidence? Then I'll have one of the forensics people check it out. I do love that he's standing on the fountain. Mr. Edgeworth? Is there some sort of problem with my teapot? Possibly. The minty fragrance we noticed coming from it. I think it might just be the scent of one of the chemicals used to make the poison gas. But, Mr. Edgeworth, surely you don't think I had anything to do with that? I'm afraid I do. The method used to create the gas would have required considerable preparation. Nobody would have had the time or the opportunity to set that up except you. That's not strictly true. It took around a week to get the Zodiac Hall ready for the exhibition. There were all kinds of people coming and going through here during that time. Delicia, for one. Hey, listen, I think we should just throw Delicia under the bus for this one, Edgeworth. So, you see, I'm not the only person who could have set it up at all. Miss Scone is on our radar too, of course. You needed to worry about that. And besides, I wouldn't know the first thing about making poison gas. So even if you did find some normalium in my teapot, I wouldn't have had any idea what to do with it. But I suppose we should see what the test results say first. Judy, I don't think we mentioned normalium when we said we were checking out the teapot. Miss Bound claims she doesn't know the first thing about making poison gas. I need to find a way to prove that she's lying. Oh, wait. No, I want to ask about the teapot. Do you mind, Mr. DeBest? You're in my way. I do mind, actually. And I'm not going anywhere. You'll just have to go around me. Well, we'll just go through you. Might want to move to a better spot. That's all. What better spot? I demand you show it to me at once. Is that really all it takes to make you do whatever we want? Huh. I don't... know what to do. Oh, hi, kitty cat. Oh, you opened the door again. One moment. I suppose we should look at the door now that Sebastian and Verity aren't standing in front of it anymore. The door here is marked with a nice autumny-looking tree. And yet it leads to the winter wing. I suppose it's all a part of the deception. I could steal the leaves if you like. Make things a little more wintry. I think you'd better leave them alone, Kay. Nope. Okay. This thing in front of the door is... Oh, wait. Sorry, that was Kay. This thing in front of the door is a fir tree, right? Yes. They're usually associated with winter, but this door leads to the autumn wing. I suppose it's all a part of some elaborate ruse. I could paint it red for that autumny feel. Evergreens stay green all year round, Kay. Hence the name. Sure. I knew that. Hi, kitty cat, what are you doing? Can you not stand on the keyboard? Okay. Kay, what do you suppose we should do? Have you noticed anything? If they find Normalium in that teapot, is that it for Miss Bound? She seems way too nice to hurt anybody. You mustn't judge a book by its cover, Kay. Though I too have my doubts. I should talk to Fender and Miss Scone and see what they have to say on the matter. Alright. Let's talk to Delicia and Eddie. Oh, never mind. Hi, kitty. Kitty cat. Kitty. Please keep your tail out of my face. Okay, chocolate, lip cart, teapot. There's sketch. Kitty, what are you doing? Kitty! Oh my god, Kitty, stop it! Stop it! You messed up my microphone. Stop it! Kitty! Why don't you go lay down on the bed, or your other bed, or your third bed? Kitty, no! Stop it! Statues of a man and a woman in old-timey clothes. Did Paul Haquin make these as well? Yes, it seems he created them later in his life, once he had begun to make a name for himself. His wife pushed him to sculpt the two of them as ancient gods, and he couldn't say no to his beloved. The title is The Beautiful Goddess Venus and Her Humble Servant. Wow. Talking about putting your goddess on a literal pedestal. Okay. It seems the police have already removed the body. But why did the body of a victim from 18 years ago turn up in this fountain? And why wasn't it all rotten and stuff? Did it slowly shuffle its way here? Need I remind you that zombies aren't real? Seems like the body was preserved somehow. Really? Is that even possible? Hey, Mr. Forensics Guy, anything to report?
Yes, ma'am. Traces of both mammalium and fatalium have been detected in the fountain.
I'm gonna say they were probably carried here by the stream from the autumn wind.
In addition to those two chemicals, there was also a large amount of sugar. The composition of the sugar is being analyzed as we speak.
There's sugar in the fountain. Where would it even have come from?
Oh, that's my phone.
Edgeworth speaking.
Sir, it's me.
Is everything all right, Detective?
Everybody's left the winter ring, and it's just me in here now. Which means I can tell you what I found out.
He really shouldn't be sharing information about the investigation. But after the past week or so, I'm not about to stop him now.
The exhibits in here are all completely melted. All that's left in the display cases is some stuff at the bottom. More of it in the Taurus case than in the Gemini case.
Describe the stuff for me if you can.
Yes, sir. It's like a pale blue liquid. I had the lab run some tests on it just now. The sample from the Taurus case just had a bunch of sugar in it. But the one from the Gemini case had 3 different substances in it.
Which were?
Sugar, salt, and blood.
Blood? What are salt and blood doing in the Gemini case sample?
I can't imagine whose blood it could possibly be, but I'll get it tested right away, sir.
Please do, Detective.
Oh, I also spoke over the radio with the forensics guy working on the fountain room. He said he just got word that the sugar in the fountain matches the sugar in the pale blue liquid.
I mean,
I don't think there's too much difference between different types of sugar.
I see. That might well prove to be a significant development. Okay. Anything else to report, Detective?
Yes, sir. We found one of those light-emitting devices here in the winter wing, too.
There were a few of those being used in the autumn wing. To disguise it as the winter ring, I recall. It seems that the equipment from 18 years ago was more than just a show. I need to talk to Miss Scone about this.
Anyhow, I better be getting back to it. I'll let you know as soon as we hear from the labs about the blood.
Yes. Thank you, Detective. Was that Gummy? Seemed like he had a lot to say. He did. And all of it very useful. If I'm going to prove that Miss Bound's claims about who could have set up the poison gas trap are false, I'll need to talk to a certain somebody else who was here 18 years ago. Alright, let's go talk to Delicia. Miss Scone, I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. Of course, dearie. Fire away. Anything for you, my sweet Smiley. And dear sweet little Juicy Decay. I'd appreciate it, just that was the last time you called me Mildly Smiley. I'm not a fan of Tooth Decay, either. Oh, you'll just have to like it or lump it. I can't change a nickname once I've settled on it. Ugh. Well, I guess we tried.
The gallery decorations.
What can you tell us about the various devices used to decorate the gallery exhibits? There seems to be some pretty specialized items in use. Light emitting devices, luminous fabrics. I can tell you all about those, dearie. After all, I'm the one who gave them to Moody Judy. It was one of my ways of saying sorry after I broke the rules all those years ago. I brought her 4 lovely new salt lamps and gave her the 4 pieces of luminous cloth that I used for the contest.
Wow, that's super generous of you.
Well, us girls have to do our best, don't we? Not everybody understands, of course.
That'd better not be a dig at me, Ish. I told you. I told you how kind I thought that was.
Yes, when you were a dear, sweet, innocent baby boy. What happened to you?
Dear, sweet, innocent baby boy? Mr. Fender? Can't quite picture that, I have to say.
So, these decorations, they're all the same as the ones you saw 18 years ago, correct?
Yep. Salt lamps, glowing fabric, light-emitting doodads, the whole bit.
There were 4 luminous cloths used in the autumn wing. But I'm sure I saw another one somewhere. I'm not lying! Oh, it's in my bag somewhere, I'm sure of it! What is she looking for? That's not it! And that's not it! That cloth looks familiar. Maybe I should jog her memory with something, so Miss Scone will tell us more.
Okay.
You had a piece of fabric like this in your bag, did you not, Miss Scone? Albeit a somewhat grimier one. Grimy? You're rude! You won't get people to cooperate with your little investigation like that, young man! Shall I call it a dish towel, then? Perhaps you used it to wipe up some sort of spillage? A spillage? He says. It's a piece of highly specialized luminous cloth! Oh, I probably shouldn't have told you that! I think I'd like to hear a little more about this highly specialized luminous cloth, if you don't mind. The making poison gas. Miss Scone, you're something of a specialist. How might someone learn to make the poison gas that was used in the attack? Any ideas? Well, any pharmacist who's ever handled Insecticide Ultra would know for a start. After all, it says right there on the label. Do not mix with products containing normalium ever. But what about a layperson? It's unlikely they'd know, wouldn't you say? I suppose so, yes. Well, not unless they had a nose through the ultimate cookbook. Anyways. The prize from the contest 18 years ago. There's a recipe for making Insecticide Ultra, along with that not mixing with normalium bit in there. It's in there, you know. Kitty, you can't stand in front of the camera. So, you're familiar with the contents of the book? Oh, yes, dear. I know it inside and out. Because I worked with the Tangra group, you see. We're the company behind Cold Killer X. I'm sure you've all heard of it. And Cold Killer X fights back sniffles and sneezes with ease, apparently. After Sammy Boo was found guilty, the company took custody of the book. But they only grant their most trusted people access to it, of course. Which means Miss Scone is one of these elites, I suppose. The luminous cloth. Why didn't you want me to know that you had a piece of a luminous cloth in your bag? Oh, well, I suppose suppose there's no point in hiding it now, is there? If you must know, I fished it out of the fountain. It was right before they called me into the Autumn Wing. So, Larry's sketch of Miss Scone is when she was trying to retrieve the cloths. At first, I thought it was just one of the ones I one of the ones I'd given to Moody Judy. One of the 4 you'd given to the gallery, correct? Exactly! But all 4 were being used in the Autumn Wing, weren't they? So I realized it must be the one that went missing all those years ago. Girl, that's not something you hide. I already had my insecticide ultra pinched and used to make poison gas. If one of my gloves turned up to have been used in some sort of dastardly deed, too, well, I was gonna look guilty of sin, wasn't I? So I kept it hidden in my bag and hoped for the best. I see. Oh, it just feels so good to get that off my chest, though. Stress is not good for the complexion. So, the cloth that disappeared 18 years ago, the one that the victim was wrapped in, just happens to reappear in the fountain at the same time as the body. Luminous cloth data updated in my organizer. Okay. Jesus, what else is there? Nope, we just have the cookbook. Oh, Eddie. Tell me about Judy. Tell me, Thunder. What kind of person is Miss Bound?
Huh? Wait a minute. Don't tell me you got a thing for her, Milesters.
I do not.
Chill. I'm just yanking your chain. Anyway, what can I say about Judes? Well, she's a real brave trooper, for one. What else do you call someone who waits around for 18 whole years? Like she has for Samson. Even after his extended family kicked her out of this place. What? They threw her out? Yeah, yep. Judes wasn't technically part of the family. So there was nothing she could do. She had nothing. Nobody and no job after Samson took the fall. So she had no choice but to take what he taught her and make her own way in showbiz. She retired from all that now, though.
Yes. Why did she retire?
She finally made enough to buy the old place back. She even got the ultimate cookbook back from the Tango group after they basically stole it. I guess this place and everything to do with it was all she ever cared about. So she just wanted it back. All of it.
Thunder seems very sympathetic to Miss Bound's plight. But from a less charitable perspective, she has in a way taken everything of Mr. Tangrove's for herself. Okay, let's logic together the cookbook and Judy. I was hitting B for some reason. Bounce actions in the ultimate cookbook, which contains the instructions to create poison gas. Excuse me. I think after I finish this dialogue, I am going to end for the night. It is going to be a shorter stream, being only an hour and a half probably. But I'm sleepy. And I'm not gonna force myself to stay awake if I'm tired. The Ultimate Cookbook contains instructions on how to create poison gas. And the current owner of that book is none other than Miss Judy Bound. No way. You mean... I'm afraid I do. Miss Bound would have been perfectly capable of setting up the gas trap. Finally, we can prove that she's been lying to us. Oh, perfect. Perfect timing. We completed the investigation. So yeah, I am going to wrap for the night. I am tired. I am sleepy. So I'm gonna go to bed. Thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna